Some 10 years ago, a legacy was born into my life.
Bishop Dudley taught me how to serve, he taught me how to give, but most importantly, he taught me how to live.
Having Bishop Dudley as my spiritual father means having someone that shows me exactly what I should be doing in my single Christian walk with God. Teaching me what it should look like, what I should be doing, what I should not be doing, telling me when to let go of some things or some people, and just knowing what my purpose is in this season of my life and helping me get there.
I'm the type of guy that got to have a strong male role model to look up to, and Bishop Dudley has been that for me. As a man of God, he's able to give me the hard truth.
He encouraged me to go to seminary, encouraged me to further my education, because he always says with education and God we are truly unstoppable.
I always dreamed of being in television, but I have to tell you that I really had given up on that dream. But out of the blue one day, Bishop came to me and he said, "I see you on television." And I thought, okay, I'm glad you see me on television. Shortly after that, there's a job opening, I apply, and I get this television job. Even in that, Bishop said to me, "Carol, don't get comfortable." And this is my spiritual father talking. So this dream has come true, but my spiritual father tells me even more is coming, and I have to believe him.
He allows us the freedom. He allowed me the freedom to be who I am in ministry, and at the same time be able to minister effectively to my family. That is very important dynamic for me, and to be able to serve God and to be able to serve my family with excellence is what Bishop Dudley has allowed me to do.
Bishop has always been there. The most impactful thing was that he always told me that we had to trust in God, that God would see a way for us to be victorious. So I put my trust in the words that he had spoken into my life, and as a result of that, I came through victorious.
He has been a guide for me, he has been a teacher for me, he has also been a disciplinarian for me. So not only is he with me and looks after my well-being spiritually and emotionally, he's also been my disciplinarian when he had to correct me. And I received it with love as he gave it with love. And that's what was so impacting to me, because I had never had a father to experience those interactions with.
When I hear the words life of a legacy, 3 words come to mind. And I had to write this down: strength, triumph, and lastly, gift. I appreciate the strength it takes to pull all of who you are together and then serve other people. I appreciate the triumph, as no matter how things happen or how things look, both of them, Bishop and Lady Dudley, continue to remain victorious on what God has put in them and in their lives. And lastly, wow, who does not want to receive a gift? So I had to take some time and value that gift, and as in the words of Bishop, show him the numbers or tell you the numbers. Here they are. At a minimum, 156 sermons. As it relates to my job and here at the church, wow, 104 email messages, 50 text messages, 312 meetings, 2,088 emails, and countless phone calls just about my area. And with that, on the personal side, in pastoring me, that would be 2,080 hours, which is actually 124,800 minutes of being my pastor.
The day before my mother passed away, Bishop was in a conference in San Antonio, Texas, and I called him and I told him that we didn't think Mom was going to make it, and being the busy man that he is, he got on a plane and he came, and it wasn't long that he stayed. He could only stay for a few minutes, but he came and he prayed with my mom. And one thing I can remember about First Lady is when we had the funeral. I know First Lady is not a person that likes to travel by herself, but one thing that was such a blessing to me is I looked up as we were coming down the aisle, and she was at the funeral, and that spoke volume to me.
He gave 10 pairs of shoes out to 10 brothers that he wanted to be his spiritual sons. And by him, he gave meaning of the shoes, Bishop did. He gave meaning to everyone, and he gave me the prayer that he was raised, consecrated to a bishop in. Then my high shoes to fill. My bishop? My bishop? You want to know why I want to be his spiritual son? My bishop? There's no words for my bishop. There's no words for my bishop. And by him giving me them shoes, I know he really loves and cares about me.
He has just always been there for me and my son. He and First Lady, they bring so much richness to our lives on a daily basis. It goes beyond the word that is preached across the pulpit. It's more of how he just allows himself to come into our hearts and be him, and be Bishop, and be that spiritual father. Dictionary.com defines father as one who establishes something. And that is who Bishop Dudley is. He established order in my life. He established a standard in my life because he brings the word across the pulpit and because he brings a word of encouragement across his desk, across the table, across to me at any given moment when needed. That's what a spiritual father does. And that's what he does all the time.
It was on a sermon that he preached many years ago called Destiny's Child that I accepted my call to ministry. Under his call, I became a minister, an elder, and now a pastor. I can truly say that I would not be here if it wasn't for Bishop Jeffrey Vincent Dudley Sr., his leadership, his guidance, and his input into my life.
One of the greatest impacts that Bishop has had on my life is through the spoken word. And when he spoke to me and through that message saying, we're going to a place where we had never been before. And it was a place I had never been before. But it was at that point that I made the decision, and God showed me exactly where he wanted me to be. So I just want to thank you for being the spiritual father that you are, that gives instruction and guidance and helps me to be able to be the person that God has called me to be.
Thank you, Bishop.
I want to thank you for being a true man of God and allowing God to use you to change people like me, to make me a better father, a better husband, just an overall better person.
We thank you. And now we're 5 months pregnant, and our baby thanks you.
Bishop Dudley, right here. I love you.
We thank you.
We love you.
God bless you.
Elder, what can we say about Bishop and First Lady?
About Bishop being our spiritual father?
Yes.
You know, I thought about it. I think I have it.
Okay.
What can we say about your love?
How can we tell you what you mean to us?
All that we know
is that you've been faithful.
Thank you for being a gift.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you both tremendously for being the pillar of strengths in our lives.
And the strong tower that you are to both of us.
You both are more than conquerors.
I've never told you this, but you saved my life.
Thank you so much.
We love you. God bless.